Question 34 is part of the set of questions from 32 through 34, which we had read the prompt for in question 32. And question 34 says that the length of the south side of the park is what percent of the length of the north side. And as answer choices, we have percentages ranging from 112% all the way to 250%. As far as the ACT math concepts from reading the question, we're just dealing with percentages. And another thing that stands out to me just in reading this is that we're being asked to basically compare two different sides. And we know that the ACT loves to give us opportunities to mix things up. So we'll definitely want to be careful that we're comparing the right sides, the south and the north, and we're comparing them in the right order. To start out here, I'm just going to convert this whole piece of text, the length of the south side of the park, into an actual number. So down here, we're told that the length is 40 inches. So I'll just write 40. And then same thing, the length of the north side up here is 28. So basically, this question is asking 40 is what percent of 28. To find what percent 40 is of 28, we can start by creating a fraction where we have 40 divided by 28, and that's going to give us a decimal. And then to convert that into a percent, we just multiply that by 100. So let's pull up the calculator here. 40 divided by 28 is going to be that number, and then we multiply that by 100 to get our percent, and we get 142.85, and that number goes on. And of the answer choices, it looks like H is going to match up there. H is written as a mixed number with 6 divided by 7. So let's just confirm that 6 divided by 7 is going to give us that same ending, and it does, that 0.857 ending. So H is the correct answer here. Let's take a look now at the wrong answers. And as I mentioned earlier, for these types of questions, the ACT likes to anticipate mistakes in mixing small things up. So for example, K of 250% reflects misreading this as comparing the south side to the east side. So if we did 40 over 16 instead of 40 over 28, then let's see what we'd get. 40 divided by 16, multiply that by 100, we get the 250%. And similarly with answer choice J of 175%, that could reflect basically doing the north to the east side. So if we do 28 divided by 16 and then multiply that by 100, we get 175%. So again, mixing up the sides. And finally, answer choices F and G seem to reflect mistakes in actually understanding how to take percentages. For example, answer choice F of 112% could reflect basically just seeing that there's a difference of 12 between 40 and 28 and thinking that that must mean it's 112% larger. And then answer choice G of 124% could reflect that same misunderstanding of how percentages work, plus mixing up the sides that we're comparing. So if we do the south side to the east side, there's a difference of 24 there. So then somebody might think that that means it's 124% larger. And I'm going to write out what we ultimately needed to know mathematically on this question. And it basically came down to how to take basic percentages. And finally, as far as ultimate takeaways on this question, one is that we do obviously need to know how to do basic percentages. And finally, that the ACT just absolutely loves to give us small opportunities to mix things up. For example, even on this one, all these opportunities to mix the sides up, things like that. So we always want to have her guard up just to make sure that we're doing things right. And that does it for this question. Let's go on to question 35.